And we're live. Hello, this is Francis McCaffrey from McCaffrey Crafts. Wait, let me flip this around for a second. There we go. And you are joining me on my live stream here in County Kerry in Ireland. I'm a fifth generation Blackthorn shillelagh stick maker. And every week on a Friday, and for 1 hour, I make myself available for you guys in the community. And I'm quite happy to answer any questions you have, any questions about my business, about sticks, anything to do with Blackthorn, really. And, that's about it. I think many of you have been watching me now for a number of years, and you're kind of used to see my face on Friday, and I'm here most Fridays as well. Um, so if you're joining me on Facebook, hello. I'm live at the moment, and I will leave these recordings up on Facebook. So if you're working or you can't join live, there's no problem at all. I will, leave these up on YouTube. If you go into the live tab on YouTube, you can catch me there, or on Facebook as well. And yeah, I usually just give some updates about what I'm working on. The type of things that I have been doing each week, and I give you some tips and hints as well of the upcoming stock of what I'm going to be putting out there as well. And yeah, another week is done. I'm always pretty tired on a Friday, but it's always good. I can kind of just do this to unwind as well. This afternoon, I was uploading new products onto my website. I just uploaded some crook handle hazel sticks, a few of the 38 and 30, yeah, about 38-inch hazel sticks too. I put up knob sticks, and I put up a few more hazel. And yeah, so I've also put up a few blackthorn sticks as well. So if you go to my website, McCaffreyCrafts.com, you can see there that I do have some new sticks up as well. I think I put about 5 up there just before the live stream, and maybe after the live stream, if they're ready to take some pictures, I might put another 8 blackthorn walking sticks up as well. So very good week at McCaffrey Crafts. We had visitors in today. We had some visitors in from County Wicklow, and they're very interested in Irish crafts as well. And it was very good to meet them. So I think the tourist season is kind of usually kicks off on St. Patrick's Day. So that's usually the time of the year that it does kick off. And hopefully there'll be more and more and more tourists coming to Killorglin, County Kerry here, because we need them. We need them as well. All right, we have our first comment in there. It's from Russell Simmons. Hello from Indiana. Hello from Killorglin, County Kerry in Ireland, Russell. How are things with you? Any news? What's the crack? What's the scoop down in Indiana as well? What's going on there? We have another regular on the channel, Mr. Bullionaire. Hello, how are things with you as well? Another week, another week of growing my blackthorn business. Actually, been a very good week. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that are clicking into place, which is good for my business as well. I have so many things on the go at the moment. I need to, you know, need to focus on one thing or the other. I see Garen. Good afternoon, Francis, and the Order of the Blackthorn. Okay, we have our honorary mention of the Order of the Blackthorn as well, so it's good. Trina Mine says, "Good afternoon. It's been a while as well. Well, very good to join the live stream as well. I know it's not suitable every week time wise for everyone to join, but I leave them up anyway, so you can always watch me back and hear me ramble as well. So I had some guys in today from Wicklow, very interested in the hiking sticks as well. Wanted, of course, my best sticks, the best sticks I have. And when you come visit me in the shop, at least you can see what I'm working on. You can see any upcoming sticks as well. So sometimes it's kind of good to call into my shop, because you might just get the scoop on just before I'm putting some good ones online as well. And he got this guy today, got a pretty good gun that I was just about to put online. I was going to promote it as well, but it's gone. It's gone already as well. Let's see. Or should it be Blackthorn? One word. Just yeah, not two separate words. One word as well. Let's see. Russell says, "Great. Taking the car to the shop, but still great. I'd love to be in Ireland as well. Hope everything's okay when you take it to the shop. Mechanics usually can be quite some places, not all, but some places I've been to haven't been the best. And I'm not one to kind of push over if I'm not happy with the service, or if I remember I brought my car in one time to a place my dad recommended, and we went in. We agreed the price. It was €300, whatever that is, $350. The work was done, and then when I came in, the mechanic said, "Now it'll be $550 now." And I, naturally I said, okay, so what has changed before you told me the quote, you told me what needs to be done. And he said, look, his, and he was too honest for his own good. He said, look, his rent is due and he needs to up his prices and stuff. But I was like, you cannot on a whim, after the prices agree and quoted and the workers agree, you cannot just change your mind. And yeah, and such ensued a typical McCaffrey argument as well. I can be quite argumentative. I can turn into a Karen too when I need to be, but I just don't. I have always a bad experience going to some garages as well. Mary Miles, hello. I've seen you comment on my Facebook as well. Always positive things about McCaffrey Crafts. Hello to Francis and my dad, and to Aaron as well. Had a cabbage and bacon for St. Patrick's Day. Did you enjoy a good day? I did, Mary, because I did nothing. I didn't do too much. My St. Patrick's Day was like, usually like the parades are on, no one comes into my shop, everyone's bought their sticks and they're out and about and they're busy on St. Patrick's Day. It's the biggest drinking day in Ireland, St. Patrick's Day, after St. Stephen's Day on the 26th of December. Everyone is out getting boozed up, getting hammered, enjoying their lives and stuff. And for me, I just kind of see it as a nice little day off. Like, I don't walk in the parade. I used to do things like that years and years ago, but it's just too much hassle and with the kids and stuff. So I had to sleep in. I turned off my alarm clock. I warned the kids to stay away from me. I left the kids stay up late on the night before St. Patrick's so that they would be tired in the morning as well. And I enjoyed to sleep in till 11 a.m., and that is a rare event for me. I rarely get to sleep in at all. So I slept in to 11 a.m. I got up. I made some pancakes and bacon. And I put actually some honey on it as well. And, a nice, easy, relaxing day. I sat down and started reading some kind of mad book. And, I just kind of like, every hour I would check in, for any customer service questions when you guys was coming through. And that was my St. Patrick's Day. I'm not a big boozer. I don't really enjoy, like, losing control. I was a big boozer in my 20s. From the age of 16 to about 27. I enjoyed myself over a few beers, but like when you get a bit older, it just gets a bit boring. Like very few people, like 2 or 3 drinks is fine. Like I'm not completely teetotal. Like I wouldn't mind 1 or 2 or something like that, but nothing too mad. Kurt, how are you as well? Good evening to all as well. Let's see. Does Hollywood make Kirk? I have something for you. So your question is, does Hollywood make for a good walking stick? I don't have quite a walking stick, but I think you might appreciate this. Wait, Holly. We have an expression in Ireland, and I'm not going to explain it to you, but we have this expression in Ireland. Give her Holly. You can ask some of your Irish friends when you're referring to, and you have to say exactly like, give her Holly. But here's some holly that I have. Actually, I have 3. Let me whip out my wood here. You guys can get excited for it. Here we go. I got a lot of holly. Wait, let me have a look for it as well. So I made a bunch of holly cudgels. So it is a very heavy and dense wood. As you can see, holly is, where's my camera there? Holly is a plain wood. Sometimes you get these little circly things you see in holly as well. You see how the grain is in the wood grain as well. So this is holly wood. It is a very dense, heavy wood as well. These are pretty heavy, man. These might be about kg, like 2.5 pounds. So like, I put the circles in here as well to kind of match up with the little circles that I saw here in the wood. See, very creative, trying to be a bit cool and a bit stylish. So there you have Hollywood as well. You can see the kind of bark in it, how it looks when it's kind of like seasoned as well. You can see how it looks. It's quite kind of pale like the wood here. You can kind of see it when it's there as well. So this is a holly cudgel, because cudgels were made from holly. There's plenty of records of holly as well of making shillelagh. So that's one there that I show you. Then we have this one, which is quite long. Like these are all pretty heavy. Like I made these extra large, like, you know, Monk McGinn type of crazy type of ones as well. So here you can see, let's see, you can see the holly as well. I put a load of these little kind of circle things in as well, trying to be cool, trying to make it look a bit good as well. So here you go, plenty of holly as well. There's 2 hollies. I have 2 more hollies to show you. I haven't put up on the website yet. 1 second, someone at the door there. It's always when I'm doing the live stream, there's always guys coming up to the door and they like, you know, start looking in, like, you know, they're curious of what's going on. We'll see if that guy will go away now. Just some nosy guy. So here you can see as well, you know, a few of the kind of like circle type things in here as well. So here's another type of cudgel as well. Get excited for cudgels. I do. Cudgels turn me on. Here we got, this is the biggest of the bunch and the heaviest as well. It's a bit of a big monster of a one here. Where's my camera? There's camera. Have a look at this one. So I have 4 of these extra large monster cudgels made out of it. I haven't had a chance to do yet because I don't have a holly category on my website and I don't have any more holly. I just have these 4 pieces. They've been kind of sitting down for a while and I've always been meaning to do something with it. And so I had these 4 pretty big extra large pieces as well. So there you kind of have, like, you know, some holly, so you get to see it as well. These are massive clubs, like you nearly need your 2 hands to be hitting as well. But like, you know, everyone likes a big piece of holly as well. Big piece of holly. But yeah. So yeah, I think they're pretty cool. I haven't worked with holly for a number of years. So I guess this is rare. McCaffrey working on holly. How often have any of you guys who've been watching me for years have seen me messing around with holly? You know, the wood, not holly anyone else. Holly the wood. All right, let's catch up these things as well. Let's see. Man Canvas, will your shop be open on 12th of July? My wife and I will be driving from Tralee and that day to the Ring of Kerry. In the Republic of Ireland, 12th of July we're always open, and a load of visitors come down from the north usually on that date as well. You get a lot of people from Northern Ireland coming down. So the 12th of July, I should be, I don't know, unless I get explosive diarrhea or something, I should be in my shop. I'm mostly in the shop in the morning. Just hit me up a week beforehand. I don't have any holidays booked for July. I might be gone for 2 weeks in April, but we'll see about that. I'm not sure yet. I no need to explain about Give Her Holly. All right. I think you can read between the lines. Bosmer this afternoon was bowl and arrows there as well. Do you make some bows and arrows yourself? I'm looking for a walking stick to go in the collection, but those are great head knockers. Yeah, I know, you've been looking for some heavy sticks and heavy staffs and stuff. It's just like whenever I get them, they just go really fast. I don't really have a lot of the big heavier staffs as well, but plenty of heavier pieces. And see, I made a cudgel out of a Christmas tree, and it seemed to be damn hard. Yeah, I did too. I put it in the window of the shop. You know, I made it, like, it looks pretty nice and it looks pretty impressive. I put a few, but like I only have like maybe, what was it, 2013 or 14, I went and I collected all the Christmas trees that people were throwing away, and I made loads of hiking staffs out of them. That was about 2013 or something like that. But Christmas tree wood, it depends. Like there's noble fir, it's made of pine, and you think it's like a really soft wood, but like it's some of those variations of noble firs and Douglas firs, and you know they can be pretty hard as well. I found it was pretty hard, so I agree with you on that as well. Christmas tree, nice holly clubs, yeah, they're pretty good. I like them as well. They are pretty cool. I haven't worked with holly in so long, and it was interesting to kind of engage with holly again. The cudgels would be good to swing like Indian clubs for exercise. Yeah. Have you seen the guys with the steel maces? You know, they get like steel maces and like they do the exercises, and then they twist them around their head, and then they put them on like this. There's like, they just do like this, and then they go, you know, they have like a big steel and a big ball at the top. I know they watch my YouTube channel because a few of them like, so they go like this, and then they like, you know, do the various kind of techniques and stuff. And it is a pretty good workout as well. But for some reason, man, my hand here is a bit weird. Like I'm fine here, but whenever I do this movement, like if I'm hitting something, wherever the muscle is there, it's bloody annoying me. I can't hit. So if anyone wants to start a fight with me, they'll probably win at the moment because that's my punching hand. So I can't really punch. So people might want to confront me. Let's see. Kurtz is beautiful. I'll take a 38 to 40 inch. Let me know as well. Yeah, it's the most popular category. I'm still trying to catch up. I pushed a few 38 and 40 inch black turns up, but like they don't last long. They're usually gone pretty fast. There seems to be a big demand for those ones there at the moment as well. Steve Kelly, good evening, lad. And how is the weather? It's dark and dreary, overcast and it's pretty shitty. A typical Irish day as well. Let's see. We have Barry Broadley, who's been commenting on my Facebook as well. Hi Barry, how are things? I got my black turn walking stick yesterday. It's beautiful. Many thanks, Barry, as well. No, I'm delighted you like your stick, and so happy as well to get those positive comments. I like to focus on the positive comments more, and it always motivates me to get off my ass and make more sticks as well. And like as I say in this business, you're only as good as your last stick. So I've sent that stick to you. You're happy, so I have to keep performing at the same level and set the bar as high as possible as well. But yeah, with nice community, it's been a pretty good week as well. Let's see, same North Virginia, the weather as well. And let's see, Lisa says, hi, I'll teach you how to punch. My mom was a Roma gypsy. Very good. Boxing is quite popular within that community. But yeah, like I'm usually pretty good. My advice to everyone who gets into a fight is run away. I'm 5'4", so like most guys are close to 6 foot. So I have good survival techniques. But the thing is, look, sometimes you have to hit first and run. If you're ever, when you're in 20s, you're more in a young guy type of thing. They're the only times you might get a ruckus or something like that. But the only time I had to hit or punch someone, it was usually just to run away, just throw a quick slap and get out of there as quickly as possible. Like I'm I'm not looking for any bit of honor or to beat everyone up. Survival. Let's see. Sounds like you must have some impingement in your rotary cuff. Could be. I'm always breaking things. Like it's just like it's this movement. When I lean back here, yeah, I feel the pain right there. I feel it a lot. Like it just goes all the way up my arm. So when I lean back like this, like if I'm doing a punch or something like that. So whenever I'm stretching, I was kind of stretching over to get something, but it's about 2 weeks now. So I don't know. I gotta figure out that as well, because it's not good to be injured in the stick making game. Let's see. Hello, Francis and fans from an unusually hot day in Virginia, 80 degrees Fahrenheit. It looks like cutting season officially over here. Love the holly. Will you do any more blackthorn restorations in the future? Yeah, if I can get a few older sticks as well. I don't have like too many of them. Like I wish I did. I'd love to do some blackthorn restorations. I just have to get out and just start talking to guys again and going into old cottages and trying to get into land and talking to farmers. I got to get back to my networking. Like I was pretty good at that like in last year or two as well. But the only way I can find old blackthorns, and they are out there, they come across the whole time. It's like they're always in the same. It's like if you go to these old cottages where a farmer grew up, and usually they're at the edge of the farm or something, there always seems to be like old stuff in there. Plenty of old sticks around. I'm 5'11" and a girl as well. I'm sure you can handle yourself. No one's gonna mess with you as well if you have those boxing skills. I say hi, Mary. God bless you and keep you safe. Let's see, Mr. Billionaire. I got 7 of your cudgels now. Very good. Love, and they're all different. Love them all. Yeah, like that's the great thing about sticks is it's like it's many people get into different things and different things to collect, but there's something special about walking sticks. There's your owning piece of nature. It was hand carved. It came from where it came from as well, and you just feel good looking at them. When you have a bunch of them on the low wall, you pick them up. The serotonin kicks in, and you do get quite a good feeling from these as well. You should try to be like John Wayne in the Quiet Man as well. Yes, that's a good movie. Actually, I'd love to kind of watch that and kind of stream it. It'd be interesting. There's someone at the door there again. There's always people coming up to the door and I'm live streaming. I think they just get a bit lost or confused. Sometimes it starts raining outside, and then people try to come in here just to avoid the rain for no apparent reason. Like I'm trying to work. Let's see. I have a great shillelagh. Go figure. Yes, it's always good to have a piece of wood for protection as well. Let's see. How heavy would you say blackthorn is compared to ash? Blackthorn's denser. Ash should be slightly lighter as well. Ash is a hardwood, but blackthorn has a tighter wood grain. Like the wood grain on ash is a bit longer as well. Actually, I might be able to get some ash soon. Seasoned ash. There's this guy that I knew that had quite a bunch of ash that hasn't been affected by the ash dieback. So I'm talking to him at the moment to see if I can get some ash as well and some rowan. Yeah, so like I'm working away a lot of things behind the scenes, trying to get as much interesting pieces of wood as I can, because once the cutting season open, it's like you can still try to source woods, from other wares, or people might have cut some wood and left it at the edge of the farm, or like people have cut a load of hedging and then they dump all the hedging somewhere. Like you'd find a load of wood there as well. Do you have the holly on the side? No, not yet, Kurt. Like literally, these are just finished, and I had them put to the side, and you see, like to set up one of those ad categories or things, they take about it'll probably only take me about 30 minutes to kind of set it all up and stuff. But I'm quite busy today, jumping from task to task. Let's see. So the ash trees are going away in your area. Yeah, it's called the ash dieback. They're done. They're all dying. It's very hard. It's like the elm had its big disease one year and they all got wiped out. Like ash used to be so easy and so plentiful to get, not anymore. Like ash was up there with hazel. Hazel is the easiest woods to get. Look, I have plenty of hazel. Hazel, like they're great sticks. They're lovely like sticks. They're robust as well. They're a bit lighter than blackthorn. They're very easy to carve with. The wood is a lot easier to work with as a stick maker. So the most common wood, like for stick makers in Ireland and I suppose the UK as well, would be hazel. It's just very easy to find hazel. There's plenty of it all over. It grows pretty straight. You can get the blockheads as well. So that's the kind of the wood that's kind of the easiest to get. It's just everywhere. So I don't really do a lot of hazel. Because it's like so plentiful as well. I kind of like the woods that are a bit harder to get. There's a story with them or something a bit more of a challenge. I think I do like to challenge myself as well. Let's see. So they're gone as well. Yeah, trees get sick and they get wiped out and they start to rot, and what can you do? That's why like the forestry game is not really an investment. Like there were always these schemes where you could invest and they would pay you money. The what's called Quilta, which is like the forestry authority here in Ireland. And if you plant so many trees, they give you so much money per acre each year. But then if all your trees die off or something happens, or there's a storm and blows half them down, and you're in a spot of bother as well. Did you make it up to the St. Patrick? Did you make it up to St. Patrick's Day parade last Friday? No, I completely avoided it. I intentionally, I just wanted to rest. I was tired, and I had a lovely sleep in, which was very rare, Steve. The parade is fine for like tourists or for children or something like that. But I'm a fully grown man. Standing or walking in the parade is not my thing. I like to make sticks and make money, and I like business. I like investments. I like researching different things, interest in music and things like that as well. The parade I just see is kind of like I could be doing something else. I could be making money. I could but like this one was different. I just decided to rest. I usually work 7 days a week. I'm making sticks 7 days a week. I'm packing and posting sticks 7 days a week. I'm answering customers and doing calls and everything till 2 and 3 a.m. most nights as well. So it's nice to get that as well. Let's see, Bosmer, this has been a cool live stream as well. I don't know about that. It's just me kind of rambling away, telling you about my life and my sticks as well. I think I have another stick here handy I can show you. Let's see now. Oh. Here's another cudgel that I thought is quite interesting. So here is a cudgel. And what I found interesting in here is that there is this kind of little offshoot that kind of was coming off it as well. So I thought that was quite interesting type of thing as well. This is quite a heavy type of cudgel as well. It's probably over a kg in weight. It's probably about 24-25 inches as well. Not quite sure. I just finished that there today as well. and I thought that was this is another quite good heavy cudgel. It seems like everyone wants the heavier cudgels as well. So I was working on them too. I have plenty of hazel that I need to get up on the website as well. I had a load of I've been focusing on hazel there all day. Even this teacher from my daughter's school, Hazel, I had to call because something about work experience next week. The kids are trying to get off, and anyway, I have to deal with that next week. Let's see. I'm sorting out a business email address. Can you still pin it in our interview? Yeah, of course. Just message me what it is, and I'll put that in. There's no problem there at all. Yep, that is a monster cudgel as well. They're pretty cool. It's good to have one in the house, but I don't know how practical it is to be waving it around when it's too heavy. But it still looks like quite an imposing things as well. Did you guys see my interview with Keegan Batta? Simon Keegan was a very interesting guy. We went for about an hour. He had a lot of knowledge. And if you haven't watched that live stream that I posted there 2 or 3 days ago, please do. It's Keegan Batta, a guy from the UK, and he has 4 books out as well. He has a style of Irish stick fighting that is quite different and unique from any other styles as well, and definitely a good guy as well. Let me grab some water. I usually start coughing towards the end of these live streams as well. It's all the dust and all the hard work that I do during the day. Actually, I've had a little injuries today, man. I'll probably have to rest up for a day or two. But I have plenty of work to do. I have a load of products I need to get online, actually. I do have about 20 or 30 hazels that I have finished. I got to finish them and put them on. And I have loads of cudgels. I have about 20 or 30 cudgels that I got to put on. And I got to throw out these holly sticks. And I have 8 more blackthorn sticks. And it's what time? It's like... It's getting late as well in the day. I got to go home and take care of these kids too, man. It's like there's always plenty to do at the end of the work week. Right, like the interview with Simon, very interesting. Yeah, he's a cool guy. I'm always interested, in just interviewing different people. I actually like that because when you interview people, I don't have to talk. I just have to ask a few questions and leave the guests just tell about their hobbies or their interests. So if anyone else wants to be interviewed, just hit me up. I'll be quite happy to do any interview with anyone as well. Even my enemies. Actually, that'd be fun. I actually reached out to a few people that I know just aren't my biggest fans, and they all said no anyway. But sure, I thought it'd be fun to bring someone on who doesn't really like me or something like that. Might make good content. I've got the blackthorn, the rowan, hazel, and the holly would definitely complete the collection with my favorite stickmaker brother and great friend. Yeah, I don't have any I don't have any holly walking sticks or holly staffs in the making. This is just kind of like a once-off type thing. There's 4 of them there. Like it was one long piece of wood, and I got four cudgels off them as well. It was too heavy for a staff or a walking stick, so I kind of said I'll just cut the piece that I had. It was a nice long piece I had into 4 different. Or was it from 2 pieces of wood? Maybe I can't really remember. It was cut so long ago. But I'm still waiting to get into my dad's shed. Apparently, my dad has some seasoned wood, but he hasn't let me have a look at it yet. Actually, that reminds me, I got to go up and have a look at that. I'll distract him or something. I'll wait till he's out in the shop, and then I'll call up and just sneak in and have a look. I've been to that for a while, actually. And Lisa says, yeah, Simon Keevan is a proper bloke. Yeah, he is. He's got a pretty good job too. He writes for a pretty well-known business publication. And he's interesting. He just seemed come across an honest guy. Sometimes this guy's plum-mossing and over talking and within within the community, sometimes there's guys that just have ulterior motives for what it is, but he's a very genuine guy. His father passed away, and he wants to bring this style that his father had done to the world, and as a tribute to his dad as well. And he's a family guy, and so am I. I'm a family guy, not like that cartoon series, but I do like the family. I'm traditional like that. So is a shillelagh a walking stick, a beaten stick, or both? Yeah, it's so. There's no correct answer to that, Bosmer. The term is used interchangeably. Usually Americans call a shillelagh pretty much anything, like a walking stick. To an Irish person, a shillelagh is just a kind of a T-shaped type of thing. Do I have one handy here? somewhere. Maybe I don't have one to hand, but a shillelagh is just a shorter stick, and then the walking stick. And like, it's a stick. Can you beat someone with a stick? Of course you can. You can pick it up. Like, there's not a specific type of stick that is a fighting stick. Like, blackthorn, it's just a stick. If it's a stick, you can use it to fight, you can use it to walk, you can use it for whatever you want. There's no, like, everyone tries to categorize everything, and then everyone gets their knickers in a twist if it doesn't fit into the right category or this or that. Like, you'll see, like, wood nerds argue about shillelaghs online. What's the meaning of it? Where is it from? Like, complete wood nerds. And it's all pointless. Like, it's just used interchangeably. Like, if you want to call it a shillelagh, it's fine. If you want to call a walking stick a shillelagh, it's fine. If you want to call it your beaten stick, that's fine. Whatever you want to do with that stick. Some guys, they call their stick girls' names. There's a load of guys who do that when they get their walking stick. They give it a name as well. And it's always a girl's name. I'm making my swagger stick. Yeah, I made actually a bunch of swagger sticks this week. That's another thing. I keep forgetting I have so many things on the go. Pretty easy on the eyes too, Liesel. Very good, very good. You're all giving lovely compliments to each other. Francis, when you interview Mister, you put me so at ease. Yeah, sure. I'm just myself. That's who I am on and off camera. I can hold a conversation. I can talk and talk and talk. If someone's a bit shy or uneasy, you just kind of like ask questions that they're comfortable with. It's like over the years, like, I've spoke to loads of awkward people, and like, for a few years I was living in Asia, and like, I had to do loads of business presentations, and people were nervous about speaking English, and my job was to get them talking. So it's you just kind of develop you just have to be like, just chill and just ask things that the people are interested in talking about, or something like that. That's why, like, with yourself, Liesel, like, you're passionate about box guitar, about music. As soon as they hit those topics, boom, you were away and I was quiet. That's the way to do it. You just kind of like find out what people are really interested in. I very much needed to get a walking stick. We're in the right place. I am, the biggest shillelagh maker in Ireland. Not physically, but in size of my business has grown to that now. And me, let's see. He messaged me. He's a real gentleman, like you, Francis, as well. Oh, very good. That's good to hear as well. Saw someone last night with a shillelagh in San Francisco on the subway, Bart. It wasn't Blackburn. It did have the rounded knob. Okay, like the kind of shillelagh style. The knob stick is quite popular as well, and a lot of people like to do it. It's a great walking stick. It's a great companion. It's a great friend to have. When you're at that stage that you need it fully as a walking aid, it's good too. It's good for protection. Bring sticks back. I think everyone should be holding and walking around a stick. Like, you don't need anything else. You're walking and some dogs are out. A good stick is always handy as well. Threaten the kids to go to bed on time with a stick. Not saying I do, but I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, it's a good thing too. Let's see. I'll check to see if the ones are smaller. I'll keep my eyes open. Yeah, like I'll have more sticks each week as well. I kind of know the type of sticks that people are looking for. It's just I wish I had more hours in the day to make them as well. Let's see. I'm not been able to find many good videos on how to handle freshly cut wood and how to straighten out nice sticks until I crash your channel as well. Okay, I must make some more on those as well. My life is kind of hectic. Like, I mind 3 kids on my own. I have this business to run. I try to do everything myself, and I like to be in control. Like, I answer all the customer service questions. I do the packing. I do pretty much everything as well. My dad helps me with the straightening, and he puts some finishing on the sticks as well. And my mom as well, if it gets really busy, she'll do a small bit of the packing for me as well. But I don't want to overload them because they're old. But yeah, like, with freshly cut woods, just seal the ends. Leave them for 2 or 3 years if it's a dense, heavy wood, and don't straighten the wood until it's seasoned, until it's hard. It's only like a real tropical wood that is so hard you can barely work in it that you straighten before it seasons. Like, but the woods like that are kind of like weird, or something like that. I think Cornell cherry is a bit like that too. It's quite dense. I think you actually have to work on that wood before. That wood is so dense it like sinks in water. You put it into water and just drops like a brick. Let's see, knob sticks are knob sticks are cool, but I have small hands as well. Everyone doesn't need a big stick, like, you know. In the center of your hand is just where the stick needs to rest. Like, you know, it's not like you need something the whole size of your hand as well. You know, small knobs are good. They're clip that and put it out there. You know, any you guys could clip my stuff as well. I should do some funny comments and try to clip as well. You know, man claims small knobs are good, are valid, and should be funny as well. Anyway, I have some schoolboy humor as well about the size of the knob sticks and stuff. It's always funny. Don't feel bad about your height. I look like an Armin garden gnome too. I don't. It's actually never really bothered me. I just kind of say it as well because I think it's kind of funny, and it's like in Ireland, you always kind of take the Mickey out of yourself, and you just like, you know, tease yourself and stuff. And everyone teases everyone in Ireland. Like, it's like, you know, woke culture is trying to come in here, but it's been resisted. Like, Irish people will say the most ridiculous things. That's why I get banned from so many groups online. Like, you know, I'll just say something and people are just not used to hearing something like that. And everyone's walking on eggshells on different things in different communities. But you know, my height never really bothered me, never really affected me, and made actually things a bit easier for when I was traveling and for small spaces. For stick making too, for crawling in and out of hedges, it actually worked out pretty well. Um, it actually never bothered me. I was never really worried about it. Never, you know, like, and I'm 5'4". That's supposed to be a height that's supposed to make you angry, isn't it? But not really. Let's see. I like the T handles. I have a few. I think I put one on yesterday evening, quite a long one. Will you be getting merchandise like T-shirts and such? I should. I'm big on sports merchandise of handmade makers when I'm out to town. I have actually. That reminds me because actually, yeah, there's a guy who's a tattoo artist, and he contacted me before, and he bought one of my sticks. He's a good guy, and he came up with some designs and stuff. And I told him I'd get back to him about you know, doing some merchandise, and he was going to do a number of the designs for me. And I forgot to get back to him. So thanks for reminding me. I do want to do merchandise T-shirts and stuff, but I want it to be cool. I don't want it to be tacky, like, you know, shamrocks and leprechauns and stuff is tacky to me anyway. I want something kind of a bit more badass, a bit more attitude, a bit more kind of fun. You know, I'm the kind of guy, like, you know, I'm putting up my middle finger to the world. You know, I'm a bit anti-authority and anti-establishment type of guy, but I suppose everyone is nowadays as well. I kind of want merchandise to kind of have my sense of humor, but like, I've approached over the past 3 years, I've approached three designers to make me some good merchandise and stuff as well, and I gave him some directions, and is just terrible. Like, but I just need some good artists to like to really kind of do things as well, or maybe I'll just get AI to do it. Who knows? But yeah, it's a good idea, and I should do it, and I need to get onto it as well. It's all revenue streams as well. It's just like I have all of these things that I want to implement, but then sticks need to be made. Then I get a lot of people wanting sticks and different things as well. So why are men so hung up about knobs as well? I know. That should be a T-shirt. There you go, Liesel. You just coined a T-shirt. Why are men so hung up on knobs? And then a picture of me holding my big knob stick. Da-doom. I don't know, man. It never gets old. Those jokes never get old. Mary's laughing his way. Paddy's having a laugh as well. Perfect. I only wear cool shirts. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, the problem with a lot of like Ireland merchandise is like, it was like a 5-year-old designed it. Like, there's sheep, there's smiling leprechauns, guys with beards, pot of goals, and like, oh, they play into all the Irish caricatures and stuff, and it just looks so cringy. Like, an Irish person, like, I'd like to make merchandise that an Irish person would gladly wear. It'd be like, that's cool. That's got a bit of attitude. It's a bit badass. You know, some designs. Skulls are pretty cool, man. You can't go wrong with skulls too, and things like that as well. But yeah, I must ask guys in the community. But yeah, there's a guy. I must get back to him now today. Actually, I must write that down so I don't forget to. Because yeah, he was going to. I told him I'd call him after St. Patrick's Day. So kind of, I'm not too late, I suppose. We're only the 24th, because he sent me some designs that he did on the start of the month. They're okay, but like, my standards are pretty high, I think. But he's on the right track, I think. I think like mainly I just need people who know about blackthorn that kind of understand as well. Liesl said I've done tattoos in my time as well. You've had a great life, Liesl. You've done a lot as well. But I like tattoo artists. They usually can draw to to be honest, like a real higher standard as well. Then sometimes you have graphic artists and stuff, but I find that anytime I need to get like graphics done, I like to go maybe to tattoo artists and stuff like that. I always find they're just some of the designs they're really original and stuff. Like sometimes you go to graphic artists, they will just go online and outsource it to someone else on Fiverr.com, and then someone will just buy a template and say they did it as well. An artist by trade, email me, sweetheart. Yeah, sure. I'm always open for designs. I'd like to do. I have like a kind of product line. I actually have a whole plan in it as well. I must like write up the email and send it to you as well. Let's see. You wrap the shirts in plastic around the stick for shipping. Like, yeah, that's exactly it, Mary. That's a good idea. Uh, like they're nothing to ship as well. You see, the problem with t-shirts is that like shipping it one by one, it never really works. And there's so many of these like web to print t-shirt companies. So the thing is like the way you do t-shirt business is like you have to connect one of them. They have all the quality fabric and materials. You just give them design, they print it off, and away it goes. Because like shipping t-shirts from Ireland wouldn't really work. So that's why the designs are really important to get as well. But I won't put out merchandise until I'm happy with it. I've had 3 attempts of it so far, and I just didn't like it. I thought it'd be embarrassing to put it out, and then it would reflect on me. Evening, Francis. I'm late tonight. Are you never late? Don't worry about that. Still time. Sorry, I'm just a girl. Don't worry. That would be fun, Liesl. Very good. Skull with blackthorns and crossbones. Everyone likes skulls, man. There's just something cool about them. Fire and skulls, and something just like the thorns that are connected. It's a hard thing to do, like, because you want something that kind of like, looks like a Celtic warrior, or something like connected to Ireland, something like that. It's just, everything falls into like what really kind of, when everyone dresses up with these flat caps and waistcoats and, starts jumping around, like, no one in Ireland wears flat caps. Like, I have a few in my shop and they're really nice ones and stuff. But my point is like when guys dress up thinking that that's a symbol of Ireland, it's not. Like a blackthorn would be a symbol of Ireland, or a shamrock or something like that, but yeah, it's like I just want something that's pretty good. Like, I don't draw shamrocks in any of my shamrocks. I don't write anything like, or the leprechaun did this or that. I just like things to be kind of authentic and rustic and interesting in nature. Maybe something survivalist or something like that might be cool too. Bit of a cough, but yeah, I always have a bit of a cough. It's just dust. Yeah, St. Paddy is a caricature, and for us, sure, I don't celebrate it. Yeah, it just sometimes comes across like the kind of caricature, and like Irish people, we just shake our head when we see it. We're just like, oh no, like and but it's just it's something that people win with. He's given too much information. Got small boobs, but it doesn't worry me as well. Very good. There's plenty of guys into that, guys with small hands. Let's see. Greetings from Las Vegas. Joe, how are things? I check your website every day. You do a lot of autumn sticks this year. Joe, what happened to that? Remember you had one of mine and you threw a huge price in it and you put it up for auction. Did anyone ever buy it? I remember that you like it was about a year ago. I was meaning to ask you about that. Let's see, but it was a like astronomical price you put in it. I didn't think anyone would buy it. I suggest that it says your shop's town and country and your design in America is like established. Yeah, I could do it around the brand and just have McCaffrey's or something like. But I would do that kind of small and just to have something that kind of looks a bit good. But I'm open to ideas. Like if anyone has ideas, they can always do that. Thanks, guys. Let's see. Let me catch up now. We have Paddy. Let's see. Watch your tools video. I cannot warm to the mini chainsaws. They were good to start, but after a while, started to stick. Yeah, and get in the way of dense patches of blackthorn when I cut the 14-inch curve saw. Yeah, I said the same on the video. Is that they're kind of handy, but like I got that steel mini chainsaw. It was like recommended to me. Everyone was like, "Yeah, you should buy it, buy it." And I goes, "Okay, I'll get that." And then when I used it, it was good for a while. After 15 minutes, the battery's gone. And like in the video that I posted that you're referring to as well towards the end, you see I do talk about things getting caught on it, and like you're absolutely right. Like they're kind of okay for like certain parts of it as well, but like nothing beats like those curved pruning saws and different things. Your G-Man is not that's your one. Actually, another thing I forgot to do, man. My dad was asking me to buy that as well. I gotta go get that as well. Let's see now. We have Paul Harris Davy. I bought a beautiful stick a few weeks ago. It was not painted black, but had the most wonderful reds, browns, and tans. A hefty piece. It really helps me walk in and gets noticed. Thanks very much, Paul. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, like they're all unique ones. The painted black ones look cool sometimes. They got loads of thorns. The natural bark ones, like it's mostly that as well. A shamrock is a cliche. Yeah, it is. I like the shamrock though. Yeah, the shamrock's all right. Like, but it's like when you see it like plastered, like if someone jumped in front of you with like shamrock boxer shorts on, you're just being going, oh, it can be like that. Sorry, Francis, don't worry about that. It's mine. So you kept the stick. That's very good. Liesl, I'm 4'11". Must be the Welsh bullet as well. 4'11". That's a good height. That's a good height. Let's see, Paddy. Just my opinion as well. Very good. Yeah, like the shamrock, it's like it can be cool. Like maybe that's it. Maybe I gotta like reinvent something with a cool shamrock or something like that. But like yeah, like within Ireland, the culture is always Irish people are proud like every country in the world. And it's just like when people dress up pretending to be Irish or they act like plastic paddies, it's like it drives Irish people berserk. Like when Irish people are together, they're always giving out about it. Like, let's see. And Mary, my family is at North Wales and Gwynedd, I think it is. Some of those Welsh town names are huge, like 50 letters long. Yeah, overdone. The shorts as well. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like most of that stuff just comes from China, and they're wholesale companies that just like basically all those designs weren't really invented in Ireland. They were just like a foreigner's impression of what would sell to tourists, and they put all the sheeps, the leprechauns, and the shamrocks and the flat caps and everything as well. American Nomad and the old drawings of the faction fight might be a good on a shirt. That's a really good idea. I have some ideas regarding faction fighting because I'm a relative of Kerry's most famous faction fighter, Mick Foley. Not the wrestler, but a faction fighter who was very well documented in Sean Monahan's book, Days of the Past, with the Blackthorn, the Kerry stick fighter book. And so, yeah, I would be a relative, a direct relative to Mick Foley. And I do think that would be a cool idea for a t-shirt as well to do it around the faction fighting. But like it's not that easy to do those drawings. I approached, I think it was the second designer when I was asking him about do things like the faction fighters, and there's like a lot of graphics and there's a lot of things, and it just they couldn't really get it as well. And then they just kind of copied some of the pictures that are already out there saying that they did it. The harp is the national symbol of Ireland. Yeah, it's on a beer as well, isn't it? Harp, but it's a beautiful instrument. Very if you see a lady playing that, there's just something majestic, very feminine. The playing of the heart, the way they stroke those chords. It's just there's something very feminine about it as well. So and very nice, and I think it's a nice symbol to have as well. But that's pretty cool. The harp, I think, is a nice symbol. And Mary is Liesel's a good foot taller than you as well. So yeah, you'd be probably lose the fight to Liesel. It's all good. Yeah, I'm 5'10". Very good. Mary, my family is Bango, okay, or Bangor, Northern Ireland. Cool Liesel, Irish on my mom's side, Welsh on my dad. Very good. We have Rockhopper Piper. Hi, Francis. First live stream. I saw the new sticks you put up last night and grabbed one of the long ones. Can't wait for it to arrive. Yep, they'll go out Monday. And we'll probably have it by the end of the week. My mom was 5'10" and Irish as well. very good. Those sweep harps, yeah. Just I swear, if you ever see one of those live performances of those ladies playing the harps, they've got the long hair, and they're just, as a guy, you're just like, wow, there's something interesting about that, you know. Very feminine, very kind of like nice kind of thing to see as well. I hear you. I'm a maker of handwares myself, and getting good design is so tough. Yeah, I consider a tattoo artist draw up design. I've always had a bit of success with tattoo artists over the years. The problem is that a lot of them, they're like, they're hard to get, they're hard to communicate with, in that they're busy. They have their own jobs. They're working on their own designs. Their job is constantly coming up with new designs and new things. But like, if you can get like tattoo artists, they're very good for coming up with designs, and they don't like, they're so used to dealing with people and changing things around, and they know what's cool and what's trending, and no one wants to have a tattoo on their arm that looks cringy or tacky. So that's why the artwork you usually get from a tattoo artist is a way higher standard than a graphic artist. See, my Irish mom was a Roman Gypsy, dad was Scottish, and my great granduncle was Welsh as well. Good mix there. Let's see, you guys. You guys, a Bigfoot variant in Ireland, like other cryptids. Uh, there's no real story, I suppose, of any big hairy guys walking around. There's plenty of farmers that look like that. uh, but yeah, like there's not too many stories about Bigfoot or things like that. Stories of Banshee, stories about like ghosts and things like that as well. Like, a lot of people would believe in ghosts and all of that. Uh, let's see, that's funny, Bullion. Very good. Grandma was short as well, and the Silkies, yeah, the fairies. It's a mix of tall and short as well. But yeah, like there's all different stories and legends from different countries as well. There's a friend of mine who does a good podcast that I had on an interview about a year ago or two, Mark Hoskins, and it's the Irish Mythology podcast. And if you're interested in hearing about stories and legends, and they do a very good podcast. It's grown into they have a quite big following. I think they got nominated for it as well. It's Mark and his wife, and the two of them have a huge interest in Irish history. He studied that for years as well. He's a good guy, very political, very left wing guy, but he's a good guy to talk to as well. Like, it's and his podcast is really good. Let's see now. Thanks, Patty. I'm here till Thursday as well. Very good. Sounds pretty good. I'm still working away. I keep like I'd love to get to a stage where I have enough sticks online that I could just like take a week to kind of rest up and stuff like that. Let's see. The Banshees of Inisherin newer movie, Dark and Good. I haven't seen it yet because like everyone was talking about it and it was popular, and I was like, I'll wait. I'll wait. And I like Brendan Gleeson, the actor. Colin Farrell, I don't know, man. He's like some good movies, and sometimes he can just kind of be annoying as an actor. Good in Bruges and a few movies as well. But yeah, like I've heard mixed things about the movie, so I'll watch it myself, and I'll kind of judge. But like I have to watch movies with the sons and stuff, so it's usually kind of Steven Seagal or some action movies or something like that. Let's see. I'll do design, get a good tattooist, and to put it on you. Very good. I have no tattoos. I would get one, but I've never. You see, the thing is, I've never seen one that I really liked. That'd be like, all right. Most like I've seen. Have you ever seen? Oh, I don't want to be bad, but have you ever seen some of the blackthorn tattoos that people get? I've seen a few over the years, man. Oh, it's like I feel like the worst blackthorn tattoo I saw is like, do you remember that barbed wire tattoo that was like famous like in the 90s? Pamela Anderson had it or something. Like it's a barbed wire tattoo and stuff. I've seen someone like get that but with blackthorn and then send it to me and was like, what do I think? Was it cool? And was stuff like that. And I was just like a little bit worried. I was like, okay, I'm not sure about it. It was like basically the tattoo artist just like replaced the barbed wire, exact same tattoo. And or sometimes they do these really bad Celtic knots, and they try to intertwine the blackthorn. But it's not an easy task to do, like to make it like look like, because you have to understand blackthorn, you have to see it, you have to know a good bit about it to kind of do that as well. But yeah, like some people they have some interesting. But I'm still waiting to get famous enough that someone will tattoo my head on them. They'll be like, "Look, I have you on my leg or something." That's when you know, like, forget about champagne waterfalls and stuff. The true test of fame is like when your community start getting tattoos of you. That's when you know. I want to see that movie as well. I want to see what all the fuss is and stuff about that as well. I like movies that are a bit dark, sarcastic, surprising. I like horror movies. When I watch a movie, I want to see creative ways in which a guy's head is going to be shot off or something like that. Let's see. Yes and Bruce is a good movie. Yeah, it's good. There's a good kind of tone to it as well. But Brendan Gleeson is just a great actor, and you should watch some of his interviews. He's just a good cool guy as well. Has good views on the world. Let's see. Carnival Row was cool as well. I don't think I've seen that one. Let's see. Me either, Francis. I know I changed my mind and be sorry for sure. Stick with ink as well. Very good. Steven Seagal. Idiot. Yeah, but you see, that's the kind of that's the appeal of watching him. His movies are terrible. He writes them himself. They're so bad. They have no continuity. They make absolutely no sense. Like, he's heavily overweight, and he's like in his like late 60s, and in his movies he's always pulling some 20-year-old girl, who madly falls in love with him just after some horrific moment. Isn't like the Steven Seagal movies, man, I could do a whole channel on and stuff like that. Like, Steven Seagal would be there, and there'll be some girl, and like her dad would be just killed or something like that. Then she'd just look at him, and then the next scene they're rolling around the bed, and it's not Steven Seagal because he's too big and heavy. He'd probably squash her as well. But they're entertaining for probably for the wrong reasons. Stuck with in tattoo. I mean, very good. He's fake. Yeah, he does the Kaido thing. He's actually like a legitimate martial artist when he did study for 15 years, like in Japan, and did the Aikido and stuff. But like, it's just his. Yeah, he's definitely a flawed individual. Um, let's see. Would you like the Mercedes Killer if you haven't seen it already? Sounds pretty good. If it's a serial killer movies, I enjoy all the anything to do with serial killers too. True crime, man. True crime is good. Do you ever watch those true crime interviews? Um, there's loads of good true crime channels on YouTube. Where they're doing the police interviews and interviewing them. I actually do like to listen to them as I make sticks sometimes. Steven to talk. Let's see. Yeah. Steven Seagal talks like a black dude now. Yeah, he's friends with Putin and over in Russia, and I know, man. He just like I've heard all the stories about Steven Seagal over the years, like when he was on Saturday Night Live and other actors talking about him and stuff. uh, he can't fight. Well, he's a big dude. He's like 6'2" or 6'3". Apparently, he can. He's a bit of a bully, like, but he's a bit of a weirdo. That's but look, I'm going to hold the jury out until I meet Seagal, sit down with the guy, and judge for myself. That's it. I'll ask him to come on my little tiny YouTube channel to be interviewed. I will throw the tough questions on Liesel, Let's see. Dad killed, so he moved in. Yeah, it's like, it's like I can't remember the movie I was watching it 2 or 3 weeks ago. All the movies are the same. It's just they're so terrible, and it's like, it's just so unrealistic. The love scenes where he is this like old, heavily obese guy, and it's always some traumatic thing, which is like the last thing on any human's mind would be anything intimate after this would happen. And he just looks a certain way, and that's it. Like, does he think he's James Bond or something? Like, don't be starting James Bond, man. They killed James Bond last movie. That was a bit weird. You can't kill James Bond. Welcome to work, brother. Evening, gents and ladies. Very good. Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. He's very good interview, very good orator as well. Is he going to be fighting Anthony Joshua, I think, soon as well? Let's see. God bless the Order of the Blackthorn as well. Thank you, Kirk, as well. Always a pleasure to join us here. The bigger they are, boom. Very good. Let's see. I'll just catch up these ones now. The Mercedes Killer is with Brendan Gleeson about a serial killer. I should watch that. That sounds pretty good. Thanks for recommendation. I must check it out. Let's see. Fake Billy out of the young offenders with Sarsty Seagal out. The young offenders. That's the guys from Cork, the comedians. Yeah, I've only watched a little bit of them. Like, it's funny. I just haven't got a chance to do that as well. But I don't know, man. I actually think that Seagal can handle himself in a fight. He's just like his movies are a bit ridiculous. Like he's 6'2". I'm sure over the years a load of guys have gotten his face and stuff, and he just uses his weight and just sits in you or something like that. I actually think he could probably handle himself. So, are shillelagh a common thing with the Irish in day to day life? Like you said in your videos about extravagant and exaggerated stories, tough to find outside your videos. I like for me it is, and I like it to be, but they're not really part of Irish life at the moment. Like Irish life at the moment is modern. They're into technology. They're like most places in the world. These old traditional crafts are kind of looked down upon as being backward or a time gone by. I am trying to change that. I'm trying to like first thing I'm trying to do is like show people that look, you can actually have a living out of blackthorn shillelagh stick making. You can put three kids through university. They're not there yet. They have 16, 14, and 10-year-old, but like literally I have a living from doing this, and I think over time and as people watch, I know I've inspired an awful lot of new stick guys to have a go at it as well. But they never listen. They always go off and do their own thing. But you can actually make a proper living, like a real living, where you can support a family, do your 3 holidays per year, save, invest, do all of that. There is a career and there is a job and there is a profession in this, and it would be nice to to educate people. Anytime we do the business type of videos about this, and they don't seem to do too well. Seem to go poof. It's all gone downhill with Seagal. I don't know, man. Seagal is. I still would like to hang out with the guy. I know he's a flawed individual. There's just something, I don't know, cringe about him that I enjoy. Yeah, they all need the green berets, and sending an old fat Steven Seagal along with his middle-aged team. Yeah, and he's always wearing like these pajamas. Seagal with his like bat robe on and like the beret to the side. Oh, but it's entertaining. The movies are so bad; they're entertaining as well. All right, watch out, you babes. Let's see. My mom is from Cork. Don't agree. Stephen is is a fraud as well. You could be right. Could be right. I probably just been blinded by his Aikido. He's put his Aikido magic on me. Maybe. Uh, I would challenge the gal to a tournament any day as well. Yeah, he probably wouldn't be able to move too much with the weight. Like I've seen things before. Where he's like doing the energy when he just uses the energy and pushes people down. I think that's good. Okay, I gotta go now in a minute. Just catch up with these last few things. So people love them in the USA and the man caves and such. Yeah, yeah. I think every man would love a man cave if they can. I just think in the US the houses are a bit bigger and maybe that culture is there already. Like we say to your Irish wife and going off to the man cave, they get a slap across the head. And it's like, what are you doing out there? You know. But yeah, like hopefully in time, like it can become a thing again. But like I can only affect people more on an individual level and show people, and hopefully like people will kind of like be influenced in a positive way, but by my ramblings and by my profession. And I'd like to see more people get involved in this as well. But like it's so weird, like when new guys get involved, they get very kind of you know they're chasing the money of it. They kind of don't understand, like that can be a part of anything in life, but you have to kind of understand how to bring it together as a business and long term. Seagal sucks. Okay, Liesel, we know. Okay, there's another T-shirt we should get as well. We'll arrange a celebrity fight with Seagal for you. Now you need to get a shirt. Yes, Steven Seagal with a blackthorn, and then like Liesel, charging at him or something like that. Jerk off. Well, not. I hope that would be too physical. All right, I have to go now. Someone's knocking at the door, guys. Thank you very much, and goodbye.